at Chick-fil-A. Then like when I left you guys, I think I was unemployed like completely. So you know, it was I was trying to find a job just to make some money and stuff because I didn't have a business. I didn't have a business and stuff like that. So I had to find a job. I ended up at Longhorn Steakhouse. I was there for like a year. And after that, I got an internship at a video production company. College came, and then of course I graduated high school and stuff. Then I got more serious. Once I did my internship, I got more and went to Georgia State. I got more serious. The company got serious about the kind of like story and that shit. But I would love to like see us just like get together.
Like a
I
know we gotta do something, man. My mom say that all the time. She's like, y'all gotta do something. You gotta do something. Hey, yo, go call. She's like, what she do? I'm like, I don't got her number. Like, but no, we should definitely do that. And I think for me after the show, it was like okay, like, dang, bro, hold on, because now I'm thinking about it. After the show, it was like life hit. Like life was just like, yo, I'm right here. Like, what's good? Like, what you doing? So, like, literally a whole bunch of stuff started to happen, good and bad. Like, it just started pouring into me. And what I realized through that transition was, because I'm still going through it. I'm not saying I'm finished. I'm only 19. So, during this whole transition, it's like a learning phase. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still learning. I'm glory to God that you already learned. You know what I mean? But I feel like God is really taking me to he's still trying to teach me. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, and then like for me, I mean, I've been blessed to learn a whole lot of stuff, but I'm still learning myself. Like it's still so much I don't know.
I know.
Yeah, so but yeah, all the knowledge you can get, you gotta soak that stuff up.
I know, man. I know. My mom, yeah, she keep on telling me that too. Like, yo, it happened for a reason. Let it happen. God is still here. All that.
Well, absolutely. Now, like I've always said to you, Eric, there's no happen chance. And so, look, it was just God that laid on my heart that you guys needed to represent men in media for our men's segment starting out here at Level Up. And what I do know, I don't know if you guys ever realized this, because Tyreek, you're still into it and still going. Media does have its place in life where it does bring people together. Now, whether it's positive or negative, that's up to the person who's putting something together. So what we've tried to do here at Level Up, and it's been going on for quite some time, you guys, that we have, placed people together, and, outside of the show, things start to take off, over and beyond us. We're just a conduit. And that's what media is. Media can be a conduit for a lot of people and what they need to do, who they need to connect with. That's the main thing. Who do you need to connect with right there in your life at the moment? So, you guys do know what's happening right now, right? And there are witnesses that are going to watch. Are y'all going to get back together again and see what happens? I'm just saying. Anyway, look here, guys. We got to take our break. We got to take our break right now. But I just want to remind everyone, please forgive us regarding our YouTube channel. Once again, we are still trying to work in the background of trying to get it back up and running. But what we are going to do, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, we will have the full show put back on our YouTube channel so you guys can see it in its entirety after our live stream. Please forgive us. We're going to go ahead and take our break, you guys. But once again, I want you guys to know that every time that we are taking our break, we are supporting another independent artist. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from The Bee. We'll be right back.
Could just one of them days. I don't wanna be seen, no need for the sun rays. Y'all don't really wanna feel my pain. If I died tomorrow, y'all wouldn't care, no way. Just me, myself, and I, and all the lies the enemy makes me believe them. But no matter how hard I try, I can't deny it's life worth living next season. I don't wanna be here no more. Tell me, is it the best of my life gets? I just wanna call it quits right now. Go into town, I ain't even made it out of bed yet.
Could anybody hear my cry? My cry. If I scream in the darkness,
Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
Bell Treasures Bookstore. We offer a variety of items: church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled treasures, exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
Hey guys, vibe with Mr. Scribe on Level Up.
Hey, it's Goddess, and it's time to level up. Every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's your girl, Dr. Monique Frazier, owner of Prestige Decor and more. Let's level up on Sundays, 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hey, this is Dr. Crystal of Kaleidoscope Counseling Center. Level up with me and Angie from the B. Every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Just want to remind everyone that we are having technical difficulties with our YouTube channel, but when we are done doing our live stream on Facebook today, we will make sure that we will upload the entire interview on YouTube for you to enjoy there. All right. Thank you guys for being very, very patient with us. All right. Let's get right back into our conversation with Men in Media. We have in the studio, once again, our guest, Tyreek Wynn of Wynn Productions, and who is the guest co-host is my son, who's a man in media as well. You guys probably didn't know that because he's been taking a break. It's Eric Scott. Say what, Eric?
I said in a way, yeah.
In a way, you have been taking a break. But I just want to say, once again, you guys so far have been doing a great job. The response that we've been getting from our viewing audience on our on our Facebook channel has been incredible. You've got a few ladies and saying you guys have been doing a great job. Eric, one person said, "Preach on, son, preach on." Anyway, so no problem. Well, getting right back into our conversation, Mr. Tyree, this is the man of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. And for those, Tariq, I know you're going to get tired of me saying this, but you know how media goes. You got people that come in and out. So we have some new people who have just jumped on, and they want to know, why does Level Up have these two young men on this show as men in media? Tariq, once again, please help our audience get to know you. What are you doing these days in media? Tell us all what you're doing.
Well, if I told you everything I was doing, it'd probably take about 20 minutes.
That's
but
okay.
I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So I am the owner and CEO of Wynn Productions LLC. We are your local video production company based here in Metro Atlanta. We do the business side of things. We do the commercials, all that stuff for businesses. We specialize in all things videography. So if you in Atlanta, you need some videography services, all you got to do is call us up, 754-225-2805. Got to put that drop in there. Of course, you got to monetize this stuff. You already know how it is.
Of course.
Yeah. And then also we do shows as well. So I host 3 of the shows. We're actively creating more and more shows. We've been creating lots of shows this year. So, all of those shows have their own platforms and stuff. And then I'm also an author of 2 books. I'm also a senior at Georgia State University. I do some stuff with the King Center. And I also just released my own clothing brand not too long ago. So
that's a drop. That's a drop, bro. Okay.
Didn't know. Wait a minute, Tariq. I didn't know about the clothing brand. So tell us a little bit more. Now, Tariq, you're a man of media. So how did you put the two together? I know, but let's kind of help our audience to understand why clothing.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's just like, I know that when you do media, you do TV and stuff. Of course, you have to have like products and stuff on the side, right? So like, I look at some of the reality stars. Like, they're not just on a reality TV show. They got products. They got businesses. You look at other talk show hosts and stuff like that. 9 times out of 10. A lot of talk show hosts have their own book or something of some sort. So I had 2 books or whatever. I was like, what, the books? I was like, that's good, but what else I can release that's like so me or whatever. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and come out with a clothing brand or whatever. And so then the idea just hit me, and I literally got right on it. Probably took me about 3 weeks to put the whole thing together and like get it situated and stuff. So yeah, it's called the I Am a Winner t-shirts. I wish that's the one thing I forgot to put on my table. So, but when we go to commercial break, I'll run over and get it in, and then I'll bring it to break so everybody can see what it looks like.
So here's a perfect question for you, because I didn't know you did clothes. So how do you balance all of this stuff? Because you got school, shows, CEO, clothing brand. How you balance it?
Well, I have an amazing team. So that is one thing I've always been wanting to do, is build a team. And I actually was blessed to be able to do that this year. So like, I have a team of Win Productions who handles a whole lot of stuff. This team is amazing. And they do a whole lot. So definitely shout out to all the Win Productions LLC team members. That gives me more time to like focus on school and stuff like that. Ooh, sorry, my headset fell out. Stuff that happens during live TV. And then also I actually just hired an assistant / manager who is also helping me with some stuff on the side. So she is helping me out with some stuff. She has a lot on her schedule. And if y'all can see a little cut of my calendar. See how crowded it is?
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. So yes, having a team, if you want to be in this industry, having a dedicated team is really important. So I just thank God for them so much. They all do amazing work. And I wouldn't be where I am without them.
And you come off as humble, knowing because you're very young and you have all of this. So it's a good thing that you humble, bro. Because as soon as that goes out the door, it's just, you know what I mean? So,
I've heard about that. And see, that's the thing. I don't want people to ever say, oh, Tariq forgot where he came from, or he just went Hollywood, he forgot about us. It's like you really can't do that, because there was one time, there was that one time where you weren't doing nothing, you were struggling, struggling in the industry and trying to make ends meet within the industry. But I've had a great life. I don't mean like that, but making ends meet within the industry, trying to get shows here, trying to get people on the show. Sometimes it's been a rough experience. I've cried sometimes. I've wanted to quit a lot of times. And it's like all the tears and sweat and so much work it took to get into it. And then, of course, you can't forget the people that helped you along the way. If I didn't have help, I wouldn't be where I am. So you just can't, even though when you do get big and you do go Hollywood, you can't forget about the people that helped you get to where you were.
Amen. And it sucks because it's like, you say that, but the problem is that a lot of people who are of that level or even higher don't have that understanding. You know what I mean? They'll get a 6-figure check and then boom, change. You see what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because I've seen it before. My brother's seen it, of course, all the time, because he's in that industry too, with not media, but more so entertainment. I think, is that the same thing?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so he's in the same industry. He'll talk about it too. you got the fake people, you got the real people. So here's a good question: how do you discern from the real and the fake people? Like, you have some friends that'll be like, "Oh, I always knew you, but I ain't talked to you in high school, and I ain't let you sit on my table. But since you got something going on, like, you can come over." You see what I'm saying? So how do you discern from those two?
Listen, oh my goodness, I am so glad you brought that up. I can see this is why I like doing interviews, because I get to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
Literally, like, that's what my parents be telling me that all the time. It's like, Terry, like, of course, like, you got your real friends and stuff like that, but it's gonna be some people on the side that was like, oh, I taught that kid, or I remember when he was sitting next to me or whatever, and it's like, dude, I remember you was talking about my shoes or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, or I remember, like, like for girls, for example, or I remember, I was trying to talk to you and you really weren't trying to talk to me, but now you trying to, see what I'm doing and stuff now, but like, it's like, you have to get away from that type of stuff, and at the end of the day, God will reveal to you who real friends are,
Amen.
who your real supporters are. Like, I will tell you guys, the year 2020, you already know 2020 was some kind of a year. So, but from 2020 to the beginning part of 2021, God revealed so many things to me. I had such this big circle, and little did I know that people in my circle was negative. Some of them were negative people. Some of them were haters, people who were envious and stuff. And so God revealed that to me. And so luckily, I was blessed to be able to delete that negativity and make my circle a little bit smaller. So my circle is very small right now, and that's another thing I had to learn, because I was always like I'm a really nice person. I'm trying to get along with everybody, but that's another thing that I had to realize, that everybody is not your friend. And that's one thing. And I thought, I was like, well, if I'm nice, then maybe everybody will be my friend. And like, it was just like, everybody's not your friend.
No, that in this modern world, nice is always taken as weakness, right? It's always taken as hold on. I ain't trying to preach too much again. I ain't gonna. It's your show, but nice is always taken as weakness. So I'm glad that you understand that before you get to a point where your niceness is such of a high caliber that you won't even know if people are taking advantage of you. You just be so nice. It's like, well, I understand that he keeps on asking me for money, but I got, so I'm just, you see what I'm saying? It's good that you have that discernment from them people. You know what I mean? And, that's something I realized in 2020, 2021 with the virus, right? So I'm going to ask you, how did the virus affect you with, like, not just your businesses, but also life in general? And how did you overcome those circumstances?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I was well, first of all, we are a traveling family. And so, we was at least trying to go on like 3 cruises in 2020. Them cruises did not happen. So traveling wise was just, it really just kind of hit me, and it kind of hurt me for a little while. So it was just crazy. But I will say the pandemic, business-wise, has actually affected me positively. Like, we actually had a big flow of customers come in, from Win Productions, one in videos and one in video services and stuff, because companies weren't really thriving the way companies should be thriving. So they needed to find new ways of marketing and stuff like that. And, video is the #1 way of marketing, period. Video and billboards are the 2 best ways of marketing, and social media, of course. Yeah. But yeah, it actually allowed me to, we were on lockdown. We were on lockdown for quite a while. I was like, okay, so, how am I going to use this lockdown to benefit myself, or, what can I do during this lockdown? That things happen, or what? That's actually when I came out with that second book, the quarantine. Okay. I call this like my little quarantine project. So this book is called How to Create Your Own TV Talk Show. So I was actually blessed. Shout out to Michelle Lamar. She helped me with the show and stuff like that. So I was actually interning with her. And God will put you in places, like He will put you in the right spot. So God placed me at this internship with her, with Miss Michelle. And so I did the internship. I was there for a little over a year or whatever. And then when I was there, she actually offered me to be able to put my first show on her network. And so I was able to put it on the Roku network, and I was also able to put it on the actual TV network that she owned or whatever. So that's when I was actually able to be on actual TV. I was able to make the announcement. I'm officially, on the big screen. Like, you can actually turn on the channel and flip to it. You know what I mean? So I was that was like a really big wake up call for me, and I was so grateful for it, and stuff like that. So then from there, I was actually able to write the book. Now, it's a funny story with the book, and I'm gonna keep it short. The book, How to Create Your Own TV Talk Show, that was actually a class. It was actually a class. It was a virtual class that I was going to teach, right? I was charging $20 in admission, right? The class was not a success. I had one person register for the class. One person. I was like, dang. I was like, one person. I was like, this ain't really good enough. This ain't really doing it for me or whatever. So I was like, okay, what can I do? Like, let me regroup and see what I need to do next or whatever. So I realized, I realized kind of where I went wrong with it and stuff. I should have gave myself a little bit more time and stuff like that. But needless to say, I didn't end up doing the class. I refunded that person who registered. I refunded their money back. And then, I was like, what do I do with this? And so then God put the idea in my mind to create the book, something that is long lasting, because the class, that was just short term, one day, few hours. The book is something that's long lasting or whatever. So I'm actually kind of glad that the class did fail, because it did allow me to release the book.
Okay, and here's another question for you. So like you said, the failure gave you success, right? Okay, and you're a man of media. So what would you say to other men and women of media that are failing? They can't get the views they need. They can't get the likes they need. Get the subscribers, all that. What do you got to say to those who feel like they're just a straight failure?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I failed tons and tons of times. I mean, there's times where I still fail. Like, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Of course, we all want more views, we want more followers, we want more likes, we want more subscribers, all of that stuff. What you have to do is you just have to be patient about it, and you have to take time to regroup to see where you can improve, so you can get better, get more subscribers, get more likes, get more followers, and all that stuff. So you just have to figure out where those weak spots are. So once you figure out where those weak spots are, tighten those bolts a little bit. Then once you tighten those bolts, then you can, start to get to where you want to be. And I will tell you, don't be afraid to fail. Failure is how you get better. Like I said, if I would have never failed at stuff, then, I don't know where I'd be right now. But I'm actually kind of looking back at stuff. I'm actually kind of glad I failed at certain stuff, because it made me stronger. Like when I first started out in the media industry, I was trying to get into events. I was trying to get media credentials and stuff like that. Man, I tell you, nobody was letting me in. A 16-year-old with a YouTube channel with a toy microphone, nobody was letting me in anywhere. But needless to say, from me not getting in by me failing, what I had to do, and this is something that I love talking about. I actually, my dad was my camera person. Mom was the person who handled the paperwork, and I was the person who did the on-air stuff. And so me and my dad, what we did, we would just sneak into places. Like, it was just, we had our camera, I had my little microphone or what. I was like, listen, such and such ain't letting me in. Get what they say. I'm going in this event anyway. I'm going to walk this red carpet. I'm going to do some red carpet and interviews. Forget what they say. And that's what I did. And so when I give you guys an example. So
Tariq,
I got credit.
Tariq, hold that thought. We got to pay some bills.
Oh, okay.
It's already.
I was getting into it.
Look, I keep telling y'all, that's how it goes on Level Up. When you're talking real talk, you don't even know when to quit. So listen, you guys, we're going to take a break, but this will give you guys an opportunity, my Facebook and YouTube watchers. Y'all don't want to miss this part, because once the guest gets to the point of they are ready to share their heart, y'all better hit that share button. Hit that share. Out of mouths of babes. Okay, y'all know y'all still babes to us. But Tyreek, you are right on it, man. Don't forget that stride. Stick a pin in it for right now. When we take this break, it gives people an opportunity to hit that share button, get your snack, and come on back. You're listening and watching Level Up. Real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. We'll be right back.
Hear my humble cry, my soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me, quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you. What about all the people? I waited patiently. You turned to me and heard my cry. You rescued me from sinking sand. Now there's a song in my mouth, a melody of harmony with words from the heart, as we all do our part. Can you hear my humble cry? My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me, quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you. Are my brother. I hold your arms up when you're weak. I listen when you speak. Never hold you back. I'll meet you where you are. Giving all we've got. We'll walk in unity. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in
Now can you hear me? Then don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Now can you hear me? Then don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Now can you hear me? Then don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Oh, can you hear me? Then don't you fear me? Please come near me. If you can hear me.
I won't harm you. I'll never turn my head away. I'll lift you up each and every day. We'll take each step on that road, building heaven here on earth for all mankind. A life with dignity. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near Kim Ikemia Arrington is a career empowerment speaker, business strategist to career professionals and employed entrepreneurs who are building their businesses while working demanding full-time job as well as a visionary event producer. She is on a mission to help the massive take career control by positioning them to transition into careers, businesses, and life they love on their terms. Kim certainly affirms that you can love your Mondays by doing only the work you desire and enjoy. Who says you can't love your Mondays? Kim affirms that you most certainly can.
Nothing excites me more than to see children read the books that I illustrated and helped bring to life. You know, it's the process from start to finish, and you know, at the finish line, you see the children smiling and excited and sharing the stories with other children about, you know, an image or a book that they read. Another thing that gives me joy is working with new and upcoming writers, people who have all these stories that they want to tell, and you know, things that they want to share with the world. You know, just like, you know, me wanting to express myself as an artist and, you know, share my expressions. You know, people are doing the same thing with their stories, and to help, I feel like I'm helping making their dream come true. You know?
I knew something was wrong with my body.
My name is Kelly Bryant, and I am the face of a type 2 diabetic. I am also the author of a book series called Numbers that is available on Amazon. The series is about how I use the low-carb diet lifestyle to get my numbers in non-diabetic range. I am living proof that it is possible to go from a 16.6 A1C to a 5.2. So let's kick type 2 diabetes, one number at a time.
Real talk that takes you higher. Level up. On Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. It's ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hi, this is Pat Nash, your dream coach. Want to take your dreams to the next level? Then listen to Level Up each and every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I am.
Hey, this is Melly coming at you from the Camp Transformation Center in Davie, Florida, and I need you to level up. Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's your boy, Mark Buddington, a.k.a. Money Mark. Let's level up on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Yeah.
This is Dr. Renee Andrews, author of God Has a Plan for You, Life After Divorce. Level Up, real talk that takes you higher, on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, just want to let you guys know that you guys can actually watch on YouTube if you so desire. I think we were able to work out some of our kinks. So if you guys were watching on YouTube and want to get back on YouTube, that will be great. But as we said before we went to break, We will actually put the entire interview on YouTube once we are done doing our live stream on Facebook. Welcome, Facebook watchers. Just want to give a couple of shout outs to some people who have been watching the show or may have just hopped on. Want to give a shout out to Winifred Smiley. Eric, do you happen to know who Winifred Smiley is?
I mean, I got a slight clue.
A slight clue.
Hey, Grandma.
That's Grandma. Anyway, thank you guys for watching us on YouTube. Also, Priscilla Johnson is now watching. Thank you, Priscilla, for hanging out with us. Everyone, please do one more thing, especially Angela Smith, who is now watching. Thank you, Angela. If you can do one more favor for us on Facebook, hit that share button. Please hit that share button. We want to get right back into our conversation with our special guest in the studio by way of Blue Jeans, because we are being COVID compliant. He's in his studio, I'm in mine. So that we can continue to be COVID compliant. We have Tyreek Wynn of Wynn Productions LLC. So before we went to break, Tyreek, you were on a roll, brother, because you were like, look, let me tell y'all how Tyreek Wynn and Wynn Productions do our thing and how we are going to continue to grow in this media. So Tyreek, I hope you didn't forget what you were talking about. Start right where you were. My brother, help us out.
So, well, Erica asked me about like failure and stuff like that. So I was getting into like how I was failing with like my shows and stuff. So with the first show, Tyreek on the Move, you know, interviewing celebrities and stuff and going to events, nobody was letting me in anywhere. Like I couldn't get in. I was just like, what am I gonna do? Ain't nobody letting me in. Ain't nobody letting me do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just have to start sneaking in and creating my own opportunities. So, like, I would show up to, like, certain gates, certain doors. They'd be like, oh, your name's not on the list. They would look down at the list, and I'd right on in the event, get right on in there, right to the red carpet, right to the, I mean, whatever the case may be, that's just what I would do. And, you know, that's how I got to where I am. I'll give you another example. This is actually kind of recent. So, with the, you guys know the Pro Bowl, that's kind of like the NFL All-Stars and stuff like that. They come together and play. So I actually got credentials to the Pro Bowl week, right? But that didn't include the actual football game, which is really where I wanted to go to. So I got credentials to the Pro Bowl week or whatever. So it was one of the last events before the game. It was the Pro Bowl red carpet. So you got everybody walking the carpet. You got Russell Wilson walking the carpet. You got, excuse me, sorry. It said again. you got Deshaun Watson and people from this, like, you got all these people walking the red carpet, right? So, you know, they're walking the red carpet. So then once the red carpet ends, right, you know, everybody's going into the game or whatever. Now, mind you, I'm really not supposed to. Then I just kind of like walked through the tunnel. And then I walked through the tunnel because at first I didn't know where I was walking to. I didn't know where I was going. So I walked in the tunnel. The next thing you know, the football field right there. You got some actors over here that's on the field. You got players over. I mean, it's just everybody's there. So the next thing you know, I'm in the game. I'm golden. I'm on the field. I got my microphone. I got my camera. Everything. So needless to say, we snuck in, and we were in, and we actually stayed in the entire game. And it was just crazy. I was able to be on the field, walk the field, meet all the mascots, meet some of the players. And that's actually where I got my interview with Lamar Jackson from the Ravens. So that was pretty cool and exciting. But yeah, just stuff like that. You know, I've had some type of career, because sometimes everybody thinks, man, you know, at first everybody was thinking, man, Tyreek is getting in everywhere, but hey, I was sneaking in everywhere.
What you talking about, boy? See, some of y'all don't pay. You said what?
I said you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. See, some of y'all don't pay like thousands of dollars to get on that field. You said free $99. Let me get that. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Now we ain't telling y'all to break the lotto. We not encouraging.
We're not saying that.
You never know how young some people are when they listen to us, bro. We got to know what we talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's a good question right there. Hold on. See, the question just comes. See, I'm getting back to that Young Atlanta Lick. I'm getting back to it.
Right.
All right, so good question right here too. So you clearly have a face, right? Like people see you, people look up to you. Whatever you say, it has power to a certain degree with some people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I said, kids, how do you go about that? Because that's kind of a hard thing. Because sometimes you don't want to filter yourself too much to where you don't become like you're not yourself. But you also got to take into account the kids, right? You know what I'm saying? The people that are very influenced by what you do. So how do you balance that?
Wait, repeat. You kind of cut out.
Like, okay, when you're in media, a lot of people listen to you, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. If you're a pastor, people will listen to you. Like whatever you say or do, people are gonna look at you and like, oh, okay, I should probably do that, whatever. So, for example, you remember when Justin Bieber became a Christian?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember one time he was on FaceTime with DJ Khaled, right? And this was when he dropped the Christian album. But what did he have in his hand? He had a blunt, right? Do you see how that can affect a lot of people? So how do you go about that aspect of your career?
Yeah, I can tell you. I guess I like to say a lot of people listen to me. A lot of people don't listen to me. But the people that do listen to me, like, it's kind of crazy because, like, sometimes but that just kind of comes with the territory. Like, I always say follow the rules and follow the laws and do what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, my career is on the line here. So listen, I got to do what I got to do. So, honestly, it really just depends on what it is, what you're doing to kind of, just to kind of distinguish the two. But at the same time, if you think, like, even though something is wrong, but if you may think it's right and you think it's going to lead to something better, then you just got to do it.
Okay, amen to that. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I've been taking over, Mom. You want to ask a question?
Look! I said this is my men's month, and like I said, so many people enjoyed it. I want to give a shout out to another person who you may know, Tariq, and I've known since a little boy. Do you know who Ernest Benson is?
Oh yeah, that is my cousin.
Been knowing him since he was 5.
What? Oh, y'all know each other? Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, indeed. So shout out to Ernest Benson, who just said, I just want to give what he has said. Sometimes no is not an opinion. Sometimes no is not an opinion. So look, there's a lot of times that you just have to just be ready for that opportunity, and that's what I love about you, Tariq, is that you have positioned yourself to be ready for the opportunity, whether you got to sneak in or not. Of course, I'm not saying everybody just sneak in at every opportunity, but when the opportunity presents itself, because Tariq, you were already ready and poised to do what you're supposed to do. You walked into a situation, and we were like, oh my goodness, I'm on the field. So there's Russell Wilson right there. So you already knew what to do once that opportunity presents itself. Which goes back, to the question I want you to, kind of, answer once again, because we have a couple of new people who have come on to watch the show, is how did you get yourself ready, though, Tariq? One thing I do want to give, a shout out to once again is to your mom. The first thing that you said in the previous segment is that she brought you to work. I mean, she brought you there just to expose to you, the possibilities, and it sparked something. So what she had done was plant that seed.
Yeah. When, like I said earlier, when she was doing her show, I don't think I missed, she did it every Wednesday. I don't think I missed a week.
Wow.
I went every single week to, soak up what I could soak up. Right. And, it was great. And like I said, that the show led, like, if it wasn't for her doing the show, I wouldn't have met you guys. Like, it's just so many loops and connecting chords and stuff that, made this whole thing possible. But I'm sorry. I don't forgot the. I don't went on a whole trip. So wait, can you repeat that for me again?
No. What was the other influencing factors beside you getting the opportunity to watch your mom do what she does? I mean, let's talk about dad. Dad was there to be the wing beneath both of y'all's wings because at one point you like you said your mom gave you an opportunity to be on the show, but I know dad was not that far away.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, Dad was the cameraman for me, and so we were sneaking in together. He's my right hand man when it comes to sneaking into stuff. So listen, we are listen.
hold on, because you talk about your dad, bro.
Look here. A lot of us will do what we have to do for our kids.
He is the person that like sneaking. I talk him into doing it. Mom really don't be too keen on us doing it. She just like, look, y'all just be careful and y'all don't get us sued. That's the only thing Mom said. So, of course, we don't, nobody wants to be sued and stuff like that. So we just make sure that, we follow the rules to a certain extent, if that makes sense. But as far as the motivation and stuff, I will say the motivation comes from a lot of certain areas. It always comes from the next, like what's next or like the future, right? So I have these certain goals in mind and stuff. So I'm like, okay, what can I do to get to the next moment or, get to the next level? So that's really where the motivation comes. I gotta admit it, I am money motivated. I am. Of course, like I want to make a living. I want this is my primary source of income. I love what I do, and the money in the industry, the money is really good in this industry. That's one of the reasons I love it so much. And so I can do what I love and get paid at the same time. Yeah. I'm not even working. It's just doing. It's just doing what you like to do and doing what you love. So that's where the motivation comes from, and then of course I have people around me in my circle who are always encouraging me, motivating me, giving me positive feedback, positive commentary. So I appreciate all of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, and you hit something there when you said when you love doing what you're doing, it's not work. So Tariq, really, that's the reason why we brought you on the show because we're always looking for the people that turn their passion into purpose. And just talk about a little bit about the purpose of all of this. What outside of you making the money, there's something else, Tariq, because we kind of know you a little bit. The Scott family know you a little bit. It's not just the money, but you're good at what you do, Tariq. And in case the people did not catch Tariq talking about this, there are times when he was nervous. He wasn't sure about what he was going to do, how he was going to do it. But it was the tenacity, Tariq. The tenacity will get you in places that you would never, ever, ever imagine that you can. The tenacity, let's talk about tenacity because that is, in case people don't know what that is, tenacity is, I might have failed today, I might have failed yesterday, and I might have failed a week ago. But I think what DJ Cat, talking about him again, I think what DJ Cat saw was that tenacity, that you kept on coming back. And not only that, the crew that was on the show at the time, they saw the tenacity and it actually helped them to step up their game. Because, with Angela, our other baby girl, oh Lord, forgot her name too. Her mom's gonna kill me. Rakaya. With Angela, Rakaya, and Eric, they had something going on there, but they needed a little bit more of a spark to kind of step up their game and going into what their purpose was going to be, even for that show, and then moving forward and moving beyond what they were doing now. Yeah, you guys can actually get in contact with the two of the ladies that we are referring to and see what happens from there. It's no happen chance, Tariq, that you are continuing to do what you're doing and, kind of reach back and talk to those who either started with you, that are still with you right now. Because I know that's your other motivation. We had a little talk a little bit. That's your other motivation, Tariq, is that you are motivated to help the next person or even the next generation, however you want to put it. That's your other motivation. And talk a little bit about that because we got to go to break once again. But when we come back for break, I really want you to really hone in on and help our audience to understand that you don't have this just for yourself. There is a reason why God gives you what He gives you to share.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Like it is like this whole thing is not just about me. It's not just about my career. It's all about helping somebody else out. Because like I will tell you, like of course I have people helping me out now, but when I first started, I just had my parents.
Right.
I didn't really have anybody else trying to help me out and stuff like that until I met people like you guys, met other people in the industry who are actually like helping. But I will tell you that is so important to me. So like my dream, or like, well, not a dream. But my goal is to start my own television network, start my own. I want my own studio. I want all that stuff. And there's a few things I want to do. So one, I want to do a camp. I want to do a TV camp for young people. So like teens and young people and youth and stuff, for them to be able to come in, learn about the TV industry, learn how to get into the industry. I want to get these people in young. Like I want to see young people hosting their own shows on TV. If you look at our daytime TV right now, daytime talk shows, even late night talk shows, there are no young people. Everybody on TV is over 40 who has a talk show. Or at least I think they are. But listen, we need some people that are under 30 hosting their shows on TV to give that young people perspective on certain things. Like I will tell you, like, I had this thought. I was like, Young Atlanta Lit need to be on television. Like, we need to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like, it was just, that was just one of the thoughts that popped into my head when I was doing the show. But yeah, I think more young people need to be on television. I think we need to have a young people's perspective. They're saying more young people are pushing away from cable, going to streaming. Well, if you want us to start watching cable again, then put us on cable.
Back on.
Let us watch ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, and stuff like that. So my goal is to because I don't just want to go Hollywood and stay at Hollywood. I want to bring other people to Hollywood as well.
Right.
You look like you're trying to go to a break, right?
Yeah, I got to go to a break. I hate to cut you off. You know how it is with television. But we're going to come right back to this because there's a few people that need to hear what you guys are thinking, along the lines of it. It's always best to talk with the young people of what the young people want to do. And we just got to continue to give you guys the platform to speak on it and then be the wind beneath your wings. Support it. All right, when we come back, you guys, we got a couple more segments with our young folks on here. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to type in your questions so that the young people can answer. Listen, my son said it. Sometimes you just need to listen to the young folks to learn a little bit more. We got to take a break, you guys. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. We'll be right back.
Damon Collins. I'm an actor, producer, author, and speaker. I'm excited to share my first book entitled Shattered, A Journey Through the Pieces. I wrote this book because there are millions of people like me in this world who are searching for purpose while navigating emotional distress. This book is for anyone who wants to be the producer of their own life. The reader will be encouraged to know that if they, 1, keep God first, 2, learn how to make peace with the pieces in our lives, and finally, 3, never deter from your dreams, that you will see your purpose fulfilled. I love you, and go grab this book on Amazon.com, Shattered, A Journey Through the Pieces.
Have you been sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Introducing Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. Rain has an innovative design that is made with a strip infused with Nobel Prize-winning material, graphene. The infused graphene strip may provide various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, help balance the body's pH, help eliminate harmful bacteria, help with aroma, help fight fatigue, boost metabolism, boost immune system. Graphene moves heat away from your core and contains vibrational energy. In this test, we will add water to the graphene strip and then place a 7-watt light bulb onto the strip to demonstrate the level of energy contained. These medical claims have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All results may vary. Protect the most precious jewel in the world, you. For more information, contact the person who referred you to this video. Rain is exclusively designed by Jewel Sanitary Napkins, LLC.
It's been long enough that you've been walking around in the wilderness trying to figure out, who am I? Why am I here? What gifts do I have to make a difference? Well, it's time to warm it up. Discover your true identity. Unleash your gifts and impact the world to become a more bolder, braver, and courageous you. Join me, Kathy Hood, at a life-changing workshop. Warming up. The journey of owning your power and unleashing your true self.
Hi, I just finished the Sizzling Sundays, WTNT. This is Kia Carr, and I have a new album out called Life, Love, and Hope. And you can get it on www.kiacarr.com. That's KIAKERR.com. Again, I just finished Sizzling Sundays, and my name is Kia Carr. New artist out, Life, Love, and Hope. New album, KiaCarr.com, KIAKERR. Thank you so much. God bless.
Gonna speak life in every way. Let the people see. Let them see. And make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak. Don't believe.
It's your boy Keegan. Let's level up on Sundays, 3 to 6 p.m.
What's up? It's your boy Fred Jones. Let's level up on Sundays, 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Yo, level up, real talk that takes you higher with your boy Mike Jeezy. Tune in Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's Dr. Robert Frazier, CEO of Silk Educational Consulting, and it's time to level up every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Real talk that takes you higher.
Hey, this is Kristen.
And Tiffany, level up.
Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
Soy Danis y te invito a escuchar cada domingo de 3 a 6 de la tarde Level Up, sube el nivel, gente corriente con historias extraordinarias. No te lo pierdas.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Well, we're coming down to a couple of more segments with our esteemed guests. Our special guest, Mr. Tyreek Wynn of Wynn Productions. He is our representative of Men in Media. Not only that, we have a special co-host, someone that kind of looks like me, but yeah, that is my son, Eric Scott. He's actually a former co-host with Mr. Tyreek Wynn with, what's the name of that radio show y'all talked about? Young Atlanta Lit.
Young Atlanta. Yeah, Young Atlanta.
Young
YAL.
YAL. Those were the days, you guys. I do have to say this. I don't know if you guys even realize. Did y'all know y'all became the number one show on that platform?
Somebody said that.
Somebody kind of said that. But you know,
Yeah.
the reason why I brought that up, it goes back to what you were saying, Tyreek. That people want to see young people and get y'all's insight, thoughts, your heart. So at one point, I'm not saying y'all did it for the whole time, but y'all were on such a you guys y'all hit a stride. So in hitting that stride, your numbers kept going up and up and up. And I think you're on to something, Tyreek, when you're saying, we've got to get more young people back on the screen. So let's go right back into that conversation again, Tyreek, because I would say right now, with everything you got going on, you got a little bit of a pulse of what is to come and what can be successful. So what else are you thinking there? Give us some insight.
Yeah, so well, like I was saying, as far as like the motivation and stuff like that, but that's what I want to do. Is the main goal is to help other people out, help other people get into the industry a little bit easier. People who want to be able to be in the industry, entertainment and TV and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that my TV station and network will do is help other young people. When it comes to what I was saying about the young people on the screens, I mean, if you look at the daytime shows, the nighttime shows, I mean, all these people, well, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I mean, I believe all of them are over 40. We need some people, like I said before, we need some people on TV that are under 30 years old. And that happens like me and Eric. Like, we'd be great. but I just think that, like, and I've, tried before, I've had the conversation with some people, but people just don't bother to listen sometimes. And I mean, it's sad, but I mean, it's like, if you want millennials to turn the cable back on, if you want millennials to, turn that TV back on, then you got to put us on.
Wow.
Only way to do it.
Wow. Hey, look, you know what, Tyreek, and I hope and praying that whether they're watching now or later, that they see this and get an idea, because sometimes as us old heads, we get into our our stride and things that need to go on. Sometimes we can come out of get out of touch of that. But yeah, I think you're right. There at one point, when there was 106 in Park. Not a fan of the show, but hey, look, they had an audience. I will say this: what Eric was talking about regarding his brother, there has been talk, because he actually had a contract to be on point to be Eric. Do you remember what he was talking about on that one? To be to host a show that was like a 106 in Park. They were just going to kind of revamp it. They were going to try to, redo it. And it's going to be filmed there in Atlanta. I don't know what's going on with that show again, Tyreek, but I definitely would not mind you getting in contact with really both the Scott brothers right there, sitting in there in that house again. And, seeing how they can revamp that show. They stopped production on it, Tyreek, because of the pandemic. So I get, from what my son was saying, is that they were going to be roving reporters going around just interviewing people on various topics and right on the spot. Which for older people it kind of works, but for younger people, there's an audience for that. So what's your thought on that, Tyreek?
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know that was something that was happening, but I 100% agree with it. I support it. I will stand behind it because it's what I speak and preach. And also another example, if you take a look at our radio, right? Like they say, young people don't listen.
Radio.
Streets 945. That's y'all might know that station, but local station. They actually have young hosts on that station. Young people listen to Streets 945 because that is like one of the young, with young people on it, or people who are in their 20s and 30s who actually host that show, and they play, our music and stuff like that. But if you go, and I've actually tried to have the conversation with other radio stations, but they just wouldn't listen to me. I was like, listen, y'all need at least one young platform on your station to reel in that young audience and stuff. But I mean, some of them just don't bother to listen. But I mean, I'm preaching it. I'm saying it now. So I just need somebody to listen.
You just need somebody to listen. And how do you know that somebody, like I said, is either watching it now or probably watching it later, to get that spark. And as you guys know, being in entertainment, yes, Eric, media is entertainment. You got it now? You got it?
Yeah, a little something.
Okay.
Yeah, a little something.
But anyway, being that you guys are in entertainment, I have learned this even as I was trying to, follow along and support my other son in his endeavors. He's an up and coming actor model. All right. It only takes one yes. It only takes one yes. So, I say all that to say, Tyreek, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. And in the words of Mr. Ernest Benson, he corrected me. He said, Angie, don't say opinion, it's option. I meant to say that no is not an option. Thank you, Ernest, for correcting me. But yes, no is not an option, especially in this industry. You have to have a thick skin and you have to have the tenacity to keep going. Because it only takes one yes, ladies and gentlemen. Mary Goolsby, you know what I'm talking about. So, she's another mom that's supporting her son. And, I watch them. And they're doing a phenomenal job of, taking that advice. No is not an option. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing because you're going to eventually get that yes.
Thank you. And shout out to all the parents. I'm loving this parental support that everybody's getting.
Yeah, we need more of them, man. We need more of them.
We need more of them. But I don't want you guys to ever forget, when the time comes that you guys have little bambinos, don't forget. Well, yes. Well, shout out to all the parents that give, the undying support to their kids, especially kids in entertainment, because it's cutthroat. So, I mean, Eric, you kind of alluded to this question to Tyreek, the cutthroat. Ooh, Tyreek, how you doing?
Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you. This is a topic, and I will tell you.
I know.
I'm gonna start with this. So,
okay.
When the Super Bowl came to Atlanta, I was actually blessed enough to get into those events that week. But the Super Bowl came to Atlanta, so I was like, okay, let's do it. I was able to go to the press conferences and stuff. So I went to my first press conference, right? And the way the press conference was set up was like we did the Los Angeles Rams first. Los Angeles Rams, so they had the players at each booth or whatever. You just walk up to them, put your mic up there or whatever. So, I would go. So I just go up there, I'm like, I'm kind of raising my hand. Oh, can I get a question in or whatever? No, you can't do that. Literally, like, and that's when mom and dad told me, it was like, you have to be a shark in the industry, the politeness and that. You really not going to get that far if you don't put yourself out there and be aggressive and be a shark. So that was like the wake-up call to basically tell me, hey, you need to wake up, be more aggressive, be more of a shark, strive for what you want. So needless to say, the Los Angeles Rams, that press conference didn't go so well, but the Patriots was a few hours afterwards. So when the Patriots came, I got a whole lot more interviews that time because they told me that and they spilled that nugget into my head. And that also goes for when it comes to getting some of these interviews that, some of the people that I have on my show, Tyreek on the Move, I was getting told, no, Tyreek, your audience isn't big enough. You really ain't all that or whatever. I was like,
right.
Listen, you can't listen to people bashing your program and stuff because I have gotten rude emails. I have gotten rude emails from people bashing the show, saying it's not good enough, saying I'm not good enough. saying the audience isn't there. I've gotten all this stuff. I mean, I've even been treated racially. And, you know, unfortunately, this some of the stuff you have to do, especially when it comes to being a black owned media person. But it just kind of comes with the territory. You just kind of have to work through it. But when people say that I'm very persistent when it comes to certain stuff. So I never take no for an answer. So I'll go back and forth with you 50 emails. If it takes 50 emails to get what I want, then it'll be 50 emails. If it takes 100 emails, we'll send 100 emails. I mean, if you take a look at my emails, listen, it is a whole lot of no's and unfortunately's and stuff, but you got to hit back. Got to be persistent with some of this stuff. And, I'll tell you, and I've gotten on so many publicists' nerves. Those are the people who are audience. I know you guys know what publicists are, but those of you guys in the audience, you guys don't know. Publicists are the managers and, public relations people who help get us as hosts the interviews. So they're like the gluey, sticky stuff between us and the celebrities and people we want to get on the show. But yeah, I'll tell you, I've got on so many publicists' nerves, so many publicists be tired of me, but I mean, you got to be persistent. You got to go for it. So, but it is cutthroat. So, and people try to push you. I've been pushed on red carpets. One time I was the only black person on the red carpet, and I had the lady who was over it. She was Caucasian, and it was kind of hard for me to get some of the interviews, so I had to fight for that and stuff like that. But yeah, like you said, it is cutthroat. You got to fight through it.
Well, thank you for helping, some of us to understand that, because, look, it's the industry is the way it is. It's not for the faint at heart. And, for us who are Christian, we kind of take it as, oh my gosh, it's so evil. No, look, okay. Let me help some folk that watch this show. Because, this is Christian based. But, I had to talk to my Christian brothers and sisters sometimes. Sometimes, brothers and sisters in Christ, you have to get a little, I hate to say unchristian, because it's not you.
But you do though. You do.
You have to, and shout out to my pastor, Pastor Gary. I always shout him out because he has literally said from the pulpit. Some of y'all want to follow me everywhere where I go when I'm doing ministry. Ministry is not cute. It is not pretty. For those of you who want to sit on this high and mighty and think that it's all pretty and all this and that, don't follow me. Because the kind of ministry that I have is not cute and pretty. And some words that come out of my mouth is not cute and pretty. So don't follow me if that's the kind of Christian you are. He said from the pulpit, y'all.
I love it.
He said it from the pulpit. But this is what I love about him and so many people that I surround myself with. They're real. And it takes, sometimes you have to be on people's level, not to say that your level is higher. There's no one's level who is higher than anyone else if you're a real Christian. That's what I want my brothers and sisters to understand. Look, we're all sinners here. We're all sinners here. But what I've said even to my son this morning, as Christians, we know the way out. And sometimes you have to sit with them. Jesus did not walk among those who thought they knew the Bible or thought they knew the Word of God. Who was he with? He walked with the lepers. So do you think it was pretty with Jesus? So why do we think we need to do the same thing? I don't understand. I don't get it. So I applaud you, Tyreek, for, getting your hands dirty, rolling up your sleeve and saying, hey, sometimes I got to do what I got to do in order to, be in the position where God wants me to use my talents. Because what I love what you have said already, Tyreek, my other passion for what I'm doing for this is that I'm going to help the next person to do what I'm doing. It's so many out there. And yes, I'm not trying to be racial about this, but we got to be real with what's going on in this real world. Sometimes we need to see a black face doing what you're doing, Tyreek. And a lot of times we need to see a young black face doing what you're doing. Because what you're doing, Tyreek, You're just parting the Red Sea, is what I call it. You're parting the Red Sea for the next one that's going to come right behind you. And, they want to do what you're doing. But with you parting the Red Sea, it'll make it a little bit easier. And then you're there to still give them a hand up. Not a hand out, but a hand up. So reach back. Continue to reach back, Tyreek. Continue to have that, that drive and that force, because what comes with that when you're reaching back is that's what our Father in heaven want us to do. We are mandated to do that as Christians, is to go back and reach back and help the next person do what you're doing. So keep going, my brother. I'm going to continue.
Oh, yeah, and Mary, she said something in the comments. She said Tyler Perry is a great example. And actually, I actually learned a little bit from him. He did this speech. I can't remember what award show it was, but he said, help somebody else cross. And, it's all about helping somebody else cross the street. And so, literally, if you can cross the street and, if you think everything's all fine and dandy, but there's this, there may be this old lady behind you who needs help crossing the street. And, how can you feel good about yourself if you don't help her out? You know what I'm saying? Like, It's kind of like that little example right there. So it's like, I can, of course, I can get my show on TV. I can be making billions of dollars. But if I'm not helping anybody else
it's for naught.
Get their show or get on the industry, then, what am I doing? I'm only benefiting myself.
Yeah.
That's not what I want.
It becomes for naught. It becomes for naught. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, we got to take another break. And this is our final break. But I want to make sure that everyone who is listening and watching right now, we have one more short segment with our esteemed guest, Mr. Tyreek Wynn of Wynn Productions, LLC. He is representing our men in media. So get your questions ready, you guys, because we'll try to get as many as we can before we let him go. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from The B. We'll be right back.
So we need everybody.
touch me. I'm resurrected. You can't crush me. I'm taking my time now. You can't rush me. I'm in this bubble. You can't bust me. Oh, I'm protected. You can't touch me. I'm resurrected. You can't crush me. I'm taking my time. No, you can't rush me. I'm in this bubble. You can't bust me. Oh,
spinning round like a carousel. Never sit still looking well. He helped me win on the battlefield. I tell the truth like a tattletale. And I'm out of jail like I'm out on bail. And I don't feel like I don't tell the whole truth. Without Christ, it's like a ship without a sail. Look, back in the day, lacking away, I just happened to pray. After the day, he just happened to say he loves me. Defeating my enemies like an animal. Attacking the prey, they say he evil. Jesus, he just wanna save people. Ain't no way we gonna stay equal. Grab your wings and soar with the eagles.
protected by the shield and by the sword. Every blessing that you got comes by the Lord.
He got keys to the gates and keys to death and hell. In the grave, he'll set you free like he was a slave. You'll run real fast like he was the lane. Protected.
You can't touch me. I'm resurrected. You can't crush me. I'm taking my time now. You can't rush me. I'm in this bubble. You can't bust me. Oh, I'm protected. You can't touch me. I'm resurrected. You can't crush me. I'm taking my time. No, you can't rush me. I'm in this bubble. You can't bust me. Oh, I'm
protected in this bubble like bubble wrap. He's knocking on the door of your heart like double tap. Praise him twice, double clap. He just set up a double trap. The enemy fell in and God chopped him with his double axe. Facts, all of the chains he is breaking it. Satan's kingdom he is shaking it. All this evil I am forsaking it. The kingdom of heaven I'm making it. Made in Satan, hating, blessings. You know I'm gon' break in. They ain't going nowhere. They all staying. If you wonder where I'm at, I'm gon' face in this water.
Oh yes, no stress, and he will bless you best.
Holiness, holiness, I roll with the Lord, ain't no loneliness. Only this power of God I am holding it. Taking my freedom back, I am not loaning it. I am protected.
You can't touch me. I'm resurrected. You can't crush me. I'm taking my time now. You can't rush me. I'm in this bubble. You can't bust me. Oh, I'm protected. You can't touch me. I'm resurrected. You can't crush me. I'm taking my time. No, you can't rush me. I'm in this bubble. You can't bust me. Oh, I'm protected.
Have you been sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Nothing excites me more than to see children read the books that I illustrated and helped bring to life. You know, it's the process from start to finish, and you know, at the finish line, to see the children smiling and excited and sharing the stories with other children about, you know, an image or a book that they read. Another thing that gives me joy is working with new and upcoming writers, people who have all these stories that they want to tell, and you know, things that they want to share with the world. You know, just like, you know, me wanting to express myself as an artist and, you know, share my expressions. You know, people are doing the same thing with their stories, and to help, I feel like I'm helping making the dream come true.
Truth of Atlanta is a non-profit 501c3 community-based organization providing holistic health and wellness with locations in Marietta and Metro Atlanta. Our qualified behavioral health professionals provide extensive counseling and treatment in substance abuse, mental health, and opioid addiction. Someone Cares offers a variety of services, and our professionals are waiting to serve you. We are not just an agency, we are a friend.
Murphy. Get inspired with Level Up. Real talk that takes you higher.
You are listening to Level Up with Sisters of the Skies Incorporated.
Hey, this is Richard Shaw Jr. Make sure you're believing again. Also, level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
Hi, this is Amos Johnson, pastor of Church for Entrepreneurs. Let's level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
This is Jackie, Hollywood Mims. Listen or watch Level Up each and every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Keep it locked right here.
Hey, this is Dr. Crystal of Kaleidoscope Counseling Center. Level Up with me and Angie from the B every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. All right, you guys, we are coming down to the last segment of the show. And before we get into any other conversation, Tyreek, let everybody know where they can find you.
Of course, yeah. Well, first, I just want to say thank you so much for having me, and I gotta let you in on a little secret. So I knew the show was from 3 to 6, right? When you told me I was gonna be off from 3 to 6, I did not think I was gonna be a 3-hour interview, but I had a lot of fun, and it didn't even seem like 3 hours. So y'all kept it entertaining. Y'all some good hosts, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I definitely I'm really big on Instagram, so everybody go follow me on Instagram at TyreekWin_TV, TyreekWynn_TV. Twitter, TyreekWinTV. Also on Facebook, TyreekWinTV. And I'm trying to on TikTok a little bit. TyreekWinTV.
You know what TikTok is?
Yeah, a little TikTok here and there. Y'all can go follow me on there as well. And definitely go check out my stuff. Like I said, my books.
Show them again.
Green's a Thing, Money Management for Kids, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com.
There we go.
How to Create Your Own TV Talk Show, Amazon.com. Also, since I ran over and got it, I did go and get my
t-shirts. There we go.
Yeah, so these are the shirts. It's the yellow winter shirt. And then, of course, towards the bottom, it has my signature on it as well.
Nice.
So you already got an autograph.
Nice.
But yeah, we have them in blue, and we got them in red, too. So,
that's what's up.
So y'all... Yeah. So actually, to go and purchase that, you can head over to the link in my Instagram bio. So like I said, that's TyreekWynn_TV. You can go make your purchase, snap a picture, send it to me. I'll post you, shout you out. But yeah, and that's pretty much what I do. And also, I'm the owner and CEO of Wynn Productions LLC. Listen, guys, we are your local video production company based right here in Metro Atlanta. Any type of video production needs, if you need any video, we are the people to call. 754-225.
All right.
Little commercial there.
Hey, no, not a problem. And look, we are looking for that commercial so that we can run it during our breaks, Mr. Production. All right, I know you got it in. You got it. Look, let me tell you guys, this is the person that you definitely want to, keep in contact with, keep up with them. And you can say one day, I remember when he was 20 years old on Level Up, and look at him now. So I want you guys to know that this has been it has been a phenomenal show, Tyreek. A lot of people tell us that. They're like, what in the heck are we going to do in 3 hours? But, we're used to that, and we always get the same thing. 100%. We have gotten so many people said this was not an interview. This was really, I told you, just a conversation that we want to have with you about you and what you're doing and how you have turned, even at 20 years old, you have turned your passion into purpose. We're going to keep up with you, Tyreek. You are not a stranger to the show. Anytime you want to come back, you've got something going on, please don't hesitate to call. Either, send us a video about what you're doing, or just come on back on live on the show. As you can see, we are carving out some segments in our show because there have been so many of our fans that want to know what is going on with that particular guest that you had on the show. Especially you, Tyreek. Now, you're one of the few young guests that have been on the show. So I'm sure we're going to get a whole lot of our fans wanting to know, wondering, how is Tyreek? What is he doing? He really inspired us to keep on keeping on. So if there are no other questions that I see in the chat, I don't at this point in time, Tyreek, we're going to let you go and let you know that you are always welcome back on the show whenever you have something that's going on. Eric, do you have any final comments and questions? Let me get my guest co-host in on this final comment or question. What you got, boy?
Well, I guess one thing I can really say is, first of all, God wants you to know you're doing a very good job. Okay? God really wants to tell you, like, the work you're putting in is pleasing to him. It's like, it makes him happy. It's like, yo, that's my kid. He's not sitting on the couch playing video games. He ain't smoking weed all the time. No, he's actually getting off his butt and being proactive, if not procrastinating, right? Now, in saying that, though, I do understand that you do got a busy schedule, but God wants to let you know that prayer is the number one priority that we all need to have, right? Now, I don't know. I ain't saying that you ain't praying, but he just wants to remind you, just, allow yourself to slow down and spend that time with God, because here's a good analogy. When Jesus was I don't know the exact story, but Jesus was at Mary's house, I believe, and he waited outside, right? Now imagine if Mary did not come outside. Imagine how he felt. You know what I mean? That's how God feels every time we don't pray to him. It's just like, wow, I wanted to talk to you, but you ain't want to talk to me. So I'm like, hey, bro, why you do that? so always remember just to pray. And, he's proud of you, bro. And I'm proud of you, too.
Thank you. I appreciate that little nugget. And, just to kind of piggyback off of that, like when people, and my pastor preaches on this all the time, shout out to Creflo and Taffy at World Changers, but people like what'll happen is like when people make it, like they'll forget about God, or when people, and it's just like, this is how you got here. So like, how can you forget the creator who helped you get to where you are? So I don't get that at all, but unfortunately, that happens with some people, but you just cannot forget who to give thanks to.
Absolutely. Out of mouths of babes, Level Up Nation. You guys heard it from the 19-year-old and the 20-year-old. So listen, we're going to let you guys go for now. Of course, we're going to be back next week, same time, same place, right here on The Real Level Up on Facebook as well as YouTube. 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific. We'll be right back here next week with another dynamic live show. Guess who's coming on? Terry Cummings. Yes, that's the basketball player from court to the pulpit. So you definitely don't want to miss that show. He's going to be bringing it. I'm going to continue my series with these amazing men that are in my life. You guys, I love lifting up my brothers. So we're going to let you guys go for now. Want to give also a shout out and thank you to all of my independent artists. I have more that will be coming up when we end this show. I have 2 more artists that we will be highlighting. So as I'm putting their names in the chat, you guys hit that name and go check them out and support the independent artists. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. We love you, mean it. Take care. Bye, y'all.
Every day seems calling, seems to be afraid. Take a breath and step out on your faith. It's okay, don't have to be afraid. Just relax, let Jesus guide your way. And just shine, 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 oh, shine, shine,
You and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We're loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us. We're nonviolent with people who are nonviolent with us. But we are not nonviolent with anyone who is violent with us.
History, life in quarantine, nowhere to hide, it's worldwide. We can agree to disagree, but it don't matter now, this is life. We can chill face to face and debate what is fact and what has been a lie. We can pull every card and go hard with the truth, yet be brutalized. When it's all said and done, what we have and what we want won't bring back alive. All we really need to do is hang on and speak life.
To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
In every way, let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak, don't believe, no, this is your defeat. Don't incriminate your mind. Oh, be free. Let us join hand in hand.
Carr, and I have a new album out called Life, Love, and Hope. And you can get it on www.kiacarr.com. That's KIAKERR.com. Again, I just finished Sizzling Sundays, and my name is Kia Carr. New artist out, Life, Love, and Hope, new album, KiaCarr.com, KIAKERR. Thank you so much. God bless.
The broadcast of Facebook Live has stopped.
Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you tried, things just still go wrong?
Many times.
What do?
I let go and let God.
All I'm asking from you is to bump up our credit limit to where it was.
It's declined.
We're experiencing some financial hardships at the moment.
You have 6 days to make payment.
I can't believe this is happening.
You know, I never asked you to pray with me.
It's you and me. We got this.
God wants to help you, Peter.
Excuse me?
But you're not letting him in.
I did once. Last time we spoke, you took a man away from me. I left him dearly. From that day, I swore to take matters into my own hands. But now I don't know what to do.
I know that you don't believe, but I will pray for you.
I love you so much.
It's a miracle. You believe in miracles?
Listen, if you need me, you call me.
All of the angels in heaven are rejoicing. You gotta know that everything is gonna be okay.
God hates divorce, but unfortunately, some of us have gone through this traumatic experience. I'm Dr. Renee Andrews, and I'm here to offer you some solutions if you've gone through a divorce, a painful breakup, or having any relationship issues. Please get a copy of my book today, God Has a Plan for You, Life After Divorce, at godhasaplanforyou.org. Thank you.
Have you been sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Hey, this is Gina A. Towns on Real Talk that takes you higher. Level up. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hi, this is George Vincent. And Rick Irvin. And we are the Heavenly Deposit Team, and we need you to level up.
Hey, this is your girl Joanna Hill McGill, Walmart's first Next Gospel Superstar winner. I need you to level up.
This is Dr. Renee Andrews, author of God Has a Plan for You, Life After Divorce. Keep it locked right here as we level up, giving a voice to the unvoiced, with real talk that takes you higher. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.